Good morning, everybody. I'm a bit nervous because I came from the country of not having resources. So I'm a bit regretting that Norway has oil and wind power, and everything. So don't take a note. This is a secret strategy of the future strategy of us that not having resources. So don't talk to the people working on the oil company. So please, I will show the bit of the video for our new product, the fuel cell vehicle MIRAI. Go ahead.
The MIRAI fuel cell vehicle runs on electricity generated by a chemical reaction between hydrogen and oxygen. Toyota's newly developed fuel cell stack provides world-class power performance with reduced size and weight. The new Toyota FC stack is compact enough to fit below the vehicle's floor, thereby lowering the center of gravity and in turn enhancing cornering performance. The MIRAI is a brand new breed of car that combines sheer driving fun with truly remarkable eco performance. The fuel cell stack is composed of 370 cells, and each of these cells work to generate electricity to drive the motor. Hydrogen supplied to the cells have their electrons removed at the catalyst layer and become protons. Oxygen taken from the air bond with electrons and protons transferred through the electrolyte membrane to produce water. The flow of electrons released from this reaction becomes the electricity that drives the vehicle's motor. Compared with conventional fuel cell stacks, Toyota's new fuel cell stack features a catalyst with even higher reactivity and a thinner electrolyte membrane, bringing improved proton conductivity. The diffusion layer is also thinner and less dense, leading to enhanced diffusion. With these developments, electrode reaction was improved significantly. The new fuel cell stack utilizes the world's first 3D fine mesh flow field, which contributes to improved electricity generation performance. With conventional straight channel, some of the generated water can accumulate easily within the cells, inhibiting electricity generation. The 3D fine mesh flow field provides an even supply of air onto the surface of the cells, while smoothly expelling the water resulting from electricity generation, thereby preventing water accumulation.
This structure is within a millimeter of range, so this is a very, very fine structure. And the important thing is you need oxygen to to combine with the hydrogen, and you get the water out. So some people ask what happened in a country like Norway. You have a freezing temperature. But the water coming out from the system is only less than 90 cc per kilometer, so very small compared with a lot of rain here. Okay, so I was asked to talk about the challenge of Toyota for new shift. And the car was something like in 150 years ago. And people talking about the infrastructure. This is a picture of the US highway system, built 66,000 kilometers only in 13 years. So if you decide, or the society decides to build, infrastructure is not a big issue. in 1900, the more car powered by steam, by either electricity, few car only by petrol. Of course, these states, the Japan and Norway, seem to be quite similar. We are a lot of eating fish, and our resources only human. But after the people start to use oil, the separation has been started. So mobility is very, very important. So mobility shows the freedom of transport. So this shows if you have a money, you'd like to move this average distance of travel every year. So, but at the same time, there are those mobility making a trouble of the oil shortage or carbon dioxide emissions, and also the air pollution as well as accident. So accidents, like a previous presenter, that those assisted drive can be a good solution. But anyway, the population will grow. So we, as a company, to provide a mobility for a customer, we need to think about not only a rich country like Norway, but also a country like Africa or Brazil, everywhere all over the world. So that means they cannot afford oil in the future. So it's not a question whether you have oil or not, whether they can afford to buy oil or not. So we, as a world company, to think about the future to be very sustainable, and especially for mobility side. So we have a strategy. Of course, for next still 2 or 3 decades, the internal combustion engine and hybrid will be a main part. So we need to continue to improve. And also that we have, at the same time, we need to develop the alternative fuel, like plug-in hybrid electric vehicle and fuel cell vehicles. We have done the big shift in 18 years ago. This is the 1907 Prius. I was luckily involved for this development. So from my point of view, this is my son, first son. Yeah. Now we have a lot of cousins on this technology. Then we reached the 7 million car already. But as you see here, in an early stage, it's very low. So this is very simple. The people are very conservative. You are watching your neighbor will considering to purchase a car. The problem for us is you'd like to purchase before your neighbors. So, but anyway, but this can be changed because Toyota has to struggle to create a market in early 10 years. We are the only company to promote hybrid, and so now you see many, many hybrid, plug-in hybrid coming to the market from our competitors. So we initiate hybrid, and we have a more, and also when I was involved for this technology, I was not really recognized this was the start of the new really invention. This was a way to improve the efficiency of the engine first. But actually Prius did completely innovative thing, like bringing an electric propulsion system into the automobile. So this motor and battery and inverter can propel your car completely by electricity. Then this system is all installed now, those EV plug-in fuel cell. So now we will bring the completely new technology with a fuel cell, but with the 7 million reliability of the motor and battery technology. And this can be a conceptual picture for most of the OEMs, but for Toyota, this is not as a conceptual. This shows the relationship and the reliability of the new technology. And what's different from the previous case is many other companies announce or prepare to introduce a fuel cell. Even the Volkswagen, Audi recently announced they will bring. So all the OEM are thinking to seriously bringing this new technology. So for engineer, it's very hard. We need to compete. But for you as a customer, it's a good situation to make a say good comparison of the price in the future. Why they all considering to bring the fuel cell into the market is this is a bit older one, but this is a indication of the range in kilometer and carbon dioxide emission potential. So, of course, current battery may have a bit more longer range, but compared with the fuel cell vehicle is actually replacing the conventional vehicle of the range of 500 kilometers, 700 kilometers, and down to the zero carbon dioxide emission. None of the conventional technology can reach such a level. That is why we are working towards the future. So in this picture can be differentiated for the case of fuel cell. And all alternatives have some kind of the infrastructure problem because you need to create. But as I said, the infrastructure is not a serious problem if you once decided. And this is the vision of Toyota for the future, for the automobile. As long as the gasoline or diesel is available, the hybrid and plug-in are very good solution. And in the future, will be a combination of the electric vehicle and fuel cell vehicle. I personally, the fuel cell can cover much more longer range. But some people say, when the hydrogen economy will come? I found a picture, this at London. This company was built in 1813. That's 200 years ago. Do you know what was made by this company? This is hydrogen. So actually, this is before the electricity. So the world was lighted by the hydrogen much before the electricity. So that we already deep in the hydrogen society. So some people say that hydrogen is very dangerous or very flammable, yes. But same as conventional fuel, like gasoline or these are also very flammable. So we need a knowledge to handle. But because of the history and the industry, we have a knowledge to handle it. And of course, there's a lot of good things. But much more important thing is fuel cell car is not only just environmental friendly car, but also the very good performance together with the convenience of the conventional car. So fuel cell car is actually a 3 minutes rechargeable, 500 kilometer drivable with one tank electric car. And also there is some possibility of the actually supplying electricity from the vehicle. We launched the MIRAI. By the way, MIRAI means future. So in Japanese, so we launched MIRAI in last November, and start to selling in Japan in 15th of December. We already received more than we expected, so we are now forced to increase more production. And it will come to Europe after this summer, and Europe and US. And the price of the car is around $60,000 in US, or a bit more expensive in Europe, probably. And this is, so I will skip the engineering part because since you already saw in the video, so. But important thing is when you charge, unlike the electric vehicles, nozzle and protocol are already standardized. So you can bring your car whenever in the world. Of course, you need hydrogen stations in those days. So I'll skip those, yeah. But very important thing is, some people say the fuel cell will be a very limited population in the future, but because of the very expensive. But if so, the car company will never invest. At least we are targeting to make the car in competitive in near future. So we cut the costs drastically in the last few years, but we see more drastic reduction in next few years. So we're also working on the bus. And also the very important thing is in US, thousands of forklifts are working, replacing electric forklifts, because you can charge within a minute and you don't need a big charging spot. And also in Japan, we have a stationary home power unit, already more than 90,000 units installed. And we started also the station in Japan and Europe. This is the whole infrastructure from the hydrogen production to delivery. But many people criticize the hydrogen. You need to draw infrastructure from whiteboard. This is not correct, because of the hydrogen itself is produced huge amounts by industry and delivered to those places where they consume. Only the lack of the last 1 mile to charge your car. This is a new part, and we are working together with many people. In the world, as well as Japan and UK, Germany, they are planning to build many stations, commercial stations. And on California, it's already 49 stations funded, and they are working, they will start soon to implement stations. So in Japan, we are now centralized in the 4 major cities and building 100 stations. And so we already planned 40 stations extra and maybe 6 stations in next year. But besides the fuel cell, hydrogen will have a very big role in the future. Like the previous, the renewable energy is fluctuating, and you can store by hydrogen and back to the electrical grid, or you have more value to replacing expensive oil as a fuel. So this is our Mr. Toyoda. Sakichi Toyoda is a founder of Toyota Group. He is the inventor of the auto rooms to make clothes. And he gave the word for his son, Kiichiro Toyoda. He is a founder of Toyota Motor Corporation in 1938, that creating the car driven by the power from the air and solar. They call that eternal power source. When I read this one, I said, oh, even Mr. Sakichi is a very genius person, made a mistake of some kind of eternal power source. But I'm now in launching the car, which fuel actually from the solar or wind power. This is a word which he gave to his son. His son tried, but it's too early. Now we are very honored to have this dream of Sakichi into the real state. So this is a picture of I draw together with our colleague. Future will be a minimum usage of the fossil fuel combined with the maximum use of the renewable to optimize the electrical and together with hydrogen. So society will optimize the energy use by having a hybrid grid. So I call this is hybrid. So why Toyota challenge again to make automobile? I recognize that the world is changing. Today is not same as yesterday. Tomorrow will not same as yesterday, even today. And people do not recognize risk of doing nothing. It's more risky than doing some challenge. Especially the company like Toyota or engineering company. Engineers, the challenge is a way to grow. And this is a very important role for the future. And also challenge makes a person or a company to fresh and lively. So I like this word very much. So yeah, so I don't like that the fuel cell will be flourished after the waste of the oil. I think we have an ability, we have an idea, knowledge to overcome much before. So let's keep the oil for our children, grandchildren. So we will challenge again. And also the vehicle will be fun and clean vehicles. So we already started the new challenge. This is just beginning, but energy is not the issue the car company can force to you. Energy will be a choice of the society. So whether you will continue to use your oil reliance, or you will, already you have a lot of renewables, so you will use a non-carbonized energy, that is you. And car company can assist. So, and also for Toyota, we announced a royalty free of 5,688 patents recently. This is a day and night effort of us, so it's a bit a heartache, but this shows our seriousness of challenge for the future together with you. And we have no limitation for the infrastructure-related technology. So what I've learned from the previous case, because in 20 years ago, the oil was only $12 per barrel. I was a planner to raise the fuel hybrid can be flourished if the oil price above $40 per barrel. My boss said, "You're stupid. The $40 per barrel is above the joke." So, but now, only a few years later, it became $145 per barrel. Now, it's again back to the $50, but who knows future? What we can do is we can prepare for the future. So let's challenge together with us for the next generation. Thank you very much.